Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to the first ever Big Ten game here in the Whitetails Dynasty as we go up against a familiar foe. Remember, Minnesota absolutely killed us in our first ever bowl game, and we ended up beating them the next season, but now it's time for round number 3. Now, you guys have been saying to upgrade our offensive coordinator, Matt Campbell, so we will apply points to him. And since he got fired from his last job, I'm going to do half of them. So we'll just fill up the bottom half of the tree. He'll still have 12 left, but he's got to earn his way back into being a great coach again. So we are going up against Minnesota, and to be quite honest, I think they're in a rebuilding state because they have a lot of guys that are sophomores and a lot of freshmen on defense specifically. Looking at John Wells, it looks like this guy's going to be amazing though. 81 overall. He looks a lot like Jonathan Simmons on our team, but this is a team that's definitely rebuilding. You can see a couple of seniors here that are hurt, and it's kind of opened up the door for a couple of freshmen here like cornerback and free safety and other positions that, they have a lot of young developing guys at. So we are starting out at home to open up Big Ten play. Here's a throw out to left side, and that is going to be incomplete by the senior Tony Wilson in his first year starting at quarterback. He is 2-3 as a starter. Here's a throw out to left side. This time Derek Brown in the slot, and he picks up a gain of 1, bringing it to a 3rd and 9. Wilson dumping it off to the left. He's got Gold, his receiver, who's going to get mauled that time by 5 Whitetails. Zane Alexander is there first, and we get them to punt the ball away. 3 and out to start it out. So out comes our offense, who has been playing pretty well. We do want to kind of establish the run early and keep it going throughout the whole game. There's Adam Murphy, who's going to get more playing time as the season goes on for a nice carry. So now on a 3rd and 8, throw out to the right side. Maurice Jackson can only pick up 1 yard, so there's back-to-back 3 and outs for both teams as here comes Wilson back out onto the field. First pass out to the right side. This time Powell gets a couple of blocks from his receiver. He's got the speed down the sideline, and he gets pushed out by Marquise Dorsey. That's a gain of 62 yards and a huge first down for the away team. So here is Eli Clark on the draw play. He's going to get 6 yards on that one as they move the chains twice on this second drive. So here's a handoff once again. Eli Clark, he's going to be met by the freshman Jonathan Simmons. And we've been waiting for a game for him to break out. I think it's time. He's had a few games under his belt. I think he's starting to get comfortable on this defense. So here's Eli Clark on the next carry. Up the middle, he finds a hole, and that's a touchdown, 20 yards. And that was nice vision by Eli Clark, and he's got 7 points here for the Gophers. So here is Xavier Storm on the kickoff return after that initial score, and there he is getting down the sideline, and he's got a gain of 49, setting us up with good field position. So here comes DiRoberto back out onto the field. You don't expect him to be held down long. He's going to throw deep down the right side. He's got the senior Jacoby Beck for 20 yards. So here's Adam Murphy back in the game. He's going to get quite a bit of carries in this one, as I want to kind of balance it out with him and Jabari Blaze. He gets a gain of 6 on that carry. So you're on a 2nd and 4. Throw across the middle. That is Chris Coretta, the senior. He's got a gain of 20 and a first down. So we get this ball inside the 5-yard line. Here's a throw across the middle. Jabari Blaze out of the backfield. That's a touchdown. 3 yards out, and we bounce back from that first drive and tie this game up at 7 apiece. And here comes the senior, Tony Wilson, back out onto the field. So here's a throw. His first pass across the middle. He's got Powell, who's his leading target on the season. He's got a gain of 17 and a first down. So now 2nd and 10 this time. Wilson throws across the middle. We send the blitz. He's going to find Gray. He did go 5 wide on that set, and he's going to find his target across the middle. So now they get across the 50-yard line. This time sending another blitz, but a quick throw out to left side is going to be incomplete. Zane Alexander was the closest man in coverage, and that brings it to a 3rd and 10. They're going to run a screen pass out to the right side. Clark, he's got a lot of room, and he makes a man miss on the outside. That was Shaq Royal. He's inside the 15-yard line, gain of 25, and another first down. So Clark's still in the game. He gets a handoff up the middle. He cuts back to the right and tackled from behind by Jonathan Simmons. And that eventually brings it to a 3rd and 4. 4 wide receivers out there. Wilson, he's got all day, throws across the middle, and that's going to be incomplete as our secondary's playing pretty good defense, and they do settle for the field goal, making it a 3-point game in the first quarter. So back on an offense, here's a screen pass out to Jabari Blaze, who gets lifted off of the ground on that one. And now we bring it to a 3rd and 2. DiRoberto, he's going to move out to the right, throws that way. He's got Xavier Storm, who spins upfield and gets about a gain of 14 yards. And that's a first down for the leader in this receiving corps. So handoff once again. Jabari Blaze is in the game this time, and he's going to pick up a gain of 5 as he moved the ball past just to about the 50-yard line. So 3rd and 5, rolling out to the right. This time, DiRoberto is going to find Maurice Highlights Jackson, and that's only going to be a gain of 3. But we are kind of in 4-down territory, so we're going to play a little gamble here and go for it. Here's Adam Murphy, and that's a nice hole opened up. Our offensive line is definitely something that we're going to have to improve come next year, because there's a couple of seniors on this offensive line that have pretty much been the anchors of this offense. Here's a throw out to the left side. That time, that's Xavier Storm, but take a look at this throw. That was right on the money. Xavier Storm running great routes, but that throw by DiRoberto is even better. So now we get it to the 25. 1st and 10. Throw out to the left side. Another great throw. Xavier Storm tiptoes. Touchdown. 25 yards. What a pass. Back-to-back dimes from DiRoberto. That one was right on the money. The defensive back did play it wrong, but Xavier Storm does the rest. It's a touchdown as we go up by 4 points. So now we move on to the second quarter. Here's Eli Clark, counterplay up the middle. He's got a big hole, and he gets tackled from behind by Shaq Royal. But this running game has definitely killed us so far to start this season, and it continues in this game. So here's a throw across the middle. This time, that's going to be incomplete. Wilson trying to find an open guy across the middle. So 3rd and 10. They try to run a screen pass, and it takes a little bit to develop, and Justin Jameson gets in for the hit. And we get them to punt the ball away. So now we have a chance to go up by 2 scores. So here is Jabari Blaze getting going on the counter play. He's got a gain of 7 up the middle. And that brings it to a 2nd and 3. Trying to buy some time. DiRoberto is going to go down. That's a loss of 11 yards as we move back inside our own 15 for a 3rd and 14 play. DiRoberto scrambles out to the right and just tries to flip it forward. And that is going to be incomplete. And Minnesota comes back out onto the field. So here is Wilson on the next drive, trying to get going, but look at this. I mean, his throws are just way off the mark. 6 for 17 to start this game. Definitely not the start that the senior's looking for. Here's another throw across the middle on a 3rd down, another incompletion. I don't know if it's the secondary or the pressure or what. It seems like he has a clean pocket to throw each time. He's just not getting it there. But on the next drive, here's a throw across to the right side, and that is intercepted. Take a look. Jacoby Beck has it in his hands and just lets it go through, and number 30 on the defense comes up with the interception. And now Minnesota is set up with great field position. Handoff, Eli Clark breaking a couple of tackles. He gets to about the 21-yard line on that run. So now they are inside a field goal range. They're going to keep it on the option play. This time Wilson, what is Shaq Royal doing on that play? He backpedals and allows Tony Wilson to pick up 14 yards. So 1st and goal, speed option to the left side. Picks up a block. Clark is going to be in. Touchdown, 5 yards to the left. And wow, I don't know what's up with this run defense, but something has got to change as Minnesota takes the 3-point lead. So DiRoberto, first pass across the middle on the next drive. He's got Maurice Jackson, 20 yards across the 50. And we get the ball to about the 46-yard line. Handoff up the middle. That's Jabari, who's got 3 yards. Just slowly chipping away at this defensive line as we get it to a 3rd and 4. Throw across the middle. That's Xavier Storm holding on to it through the big hit. 80 yards receiving for him in the first half. He's having a good game so far. So 1st and goal, 1st and 10, throw across the middle. That's going to be Jackson again. 9 yards as we eventually do get it to the 20-yard line for a 2nd and 1. Counterplay up the middle. That's Jabari Blaze. He's got 4 yards, 1st down. So under center this time. We come out with 2 tight ends to the left side. This time, handoff. Murphy is trying to get loose, but nice play by their defensive line on that one as they bring it to a 3rd and 13. We come out with 5 wide receivers out here. DiRoberto throws across the middle. It's Xavier Storm who puts on a move and tries to fight to the 5-yard line for that first down marker, and he's going to be stopped just a yard short. So we line up to go for it. We bring in Bryant Simmons, the backup quarterback in. 4th and 1. Draw play up the middle. Then that's a designed QB run for 5 yards. Enough for the first down. So we do burn a timeout here. We have about 5 seconds left. That's enough for one play. Snap, 2nd and goal. Throw to the end zone. It's caught. Jacoby Beck. Touchdown. 3 yards out. And there we go. We take this lead going into halftime. And look at DiRoberto. He is just throwing dimes in this one. Take a look at how close this is. It goes through the arms of the defender. And Jacoby Beck just takes it away. Wow, what a play by the senior Beck. As he makes it a 4-point game going into halftime. The second half is going to have fireworks. So here we go to start the second half. We want to kind of open up this playbook some more. DiRoberto, deep shot on the first play. That's Xavier Storm. He got behind the defense. It was just slightly underthrown, and that could have been a huge play to start out the second half. So 2nd and 10, throw out to the right side. This time, Maurice Jackson open, and he gets pushed out of bounds for a 12-yard gain and a first down. So now at about the 35-yard line, this time DiRoberto, he's going to scramble out to the right and get rid of it. That is the first catch of the game by Francis Smith, 6'5". He's got speed as well. You forget about him. He does have big play ability as he hasn't been unleashed quite often in this offense as he probably should be. But I got to say, Maurice Jackson in the slot, Jacoby Beck, all these guys, Xavier Storm. I mean, there's so many weapons we can use in this offense. So we do eventually get the ball past the 50-yard line. Here at about the 35, deep throw across to the right side. It's Xavier Storm, touchdown, 36 yards. And wow, you can just see the chemistry, the off-schedule plays they call them. And look at Storm. The first route isn't open, and he just cuts to the end zone. I mean, that's just chemistry. And Xavier Storm, his second touchdown of the game. And we take the 2-score lead. So can Wilson match us on offense? Here's a handoff. This time Eli Clark makes a man miss. That's Beaver. And he breaks a couple of tackles. And he's off to the races. And Beaver does not have the speed to catch him. 75 yards on the first play of the next drive. Wow. Take a look, though. Beaver had him and just pretty much just gets juked. And then there's 3 Whitetails to take him down. And we still can't do it. Wow, our run defense definitely needs some adjusting. I don't know what it is. I don't know who it is. But somebody is out there making mistakes, and we just got to correct it if we're going to win against these good running Big Ten teams. So here's a counterplay on the next drive. This time, Jabari Blaze, a huge hole. That is a gain of 13 yards and a first down. He's got 46 yards on 9 attempts. So now we bring in Adam Murphy. This time he's got a big hole again. 11 yards, first down. And that's the balance we want on this offense. And he has about 50 yards rushing as well. So Blaze back in the game. He's going to get another carry, 9 yards. And this Minnesota defense, I see a weakness now. Maybe it's just attacking this defensive front. Handoff up the middle. Murphy, 6 yards. Another first down. So now we get the ball to the 22 here for our 2nd and 11. Throw out to the left side. This time, Chris Coretta runs over a defender and uses a stiff arm. He's in. Touchdown. That drive seemed easy. DiRoberto, his 5th touchdown pass of the game, and that is a school record. But this play was all about Coretta. Look at the strength. Running over one defender and using the stiff arm, and there he is into the end zone. It's back to an 11-point lead. So now we're winding the clock down here in the third quarter. Here's a throw across the middle, and it's going to be caught by Brown, who puts on a mean stiff arm on Elgin Lloyd. Elgin Lloyd's only 5'9". He just straight up gets disrespected on that one, and it's a first down. So here's Wilson, throw out to left side. It's going to be picked off. Blake Childress, his first of his career in the first of the season for this defense. Wow, who would have thought? The linebacker filling in for Tucker Okonkwo. Remember, the senior did graduate, and he's moved on to the NFL. He's on, if you didn't know, he is on the Jaguars practice squad. He did make it, but did not get drafted. Neither did Brett Hill. He's on the Colts practice squad. And now here we go back to the action. 3rd and 12 at about the 38. Minnesota sends the pressure, and they get to DiRoberto. That's a loss of 12 yards, carry in for his first sack of the game. So now we punt the ball away to Minnesota. Here's a throw across the middle. Once again, almost picked off. Blake Childress could have had his second one of the game, and that brings it to a 3rd and 10. This time, Wilson have a clean pocket, throw out to the left side, and it's going to be incomplete, as that one easily could have been his second interception as well. And we get them to punt the ball away as we move the ball inside of 4.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Handing the ball off, Jabari Blaze gets tackled in the backfield. It seemed like that one drive. Now they're starting to stop the run and stack the box. So DiRoberto throw out to the left side, 2nd and 13. Here's Coretta, and he will fight forward, 14 yards, and that's a first down. Big body, Chris Coretta. So now we're at about the 46-yard line. Handoff up the middle. That's Blaze. He gets hit hard in the hole, but it's still a gain of 5 as we move the ball to about the 36-yard line. Handoff once again. Murphy, he's got 9 yards. Wow, this running game has really come alive in this one. A big first down. So we wind the clock down. Close to 2 minutes left. DiRoberto throws out to the right side. He's got Francis Smith on the sideline, and Minnesota is going to call their first timeout as we have a fresh set of downs here at the 15-yard line. Handoff, Adam Murphy breaks the tackle, and Minnesota calls their second timeout. So 2nd and 4 this time. Got the jet sweep called. Xavier Storm out to the right side. He gets tackled from behind and gets pushed to about the 8-yard line. And now they burned their last timeout. So a first down will do it in this one. They bring in Brian Simmons for a 3rd and 3. This time another quarterback blast up the middle, but he gets tackled. And now it's 4th and 3. Decision time. A first down will win it. And we're already up by 2 scores. We're going to bring DiRoberto back in the game. 4th and 3. Rolling out to the right. Throws that way. Maurice Jackson, touchdown. 9 yards out. And with that pass, DiRoberto breaks the school record with 6 touchdown passes in a game. And that one will seal it up as we move to 1-0 in conference play. Minnesota had no answer for this offense led by the redshirt freshman Justin DiRoberto. Only 11 incompletions for 6 touchdowns. What a great game. And I got to say, the running attack definitely came alive in this one. Adam Murphy and Jabari Blaze both ran the ball really well. And what can you say about Xavier Storm? I mean, man, the true sophomore seems like he is coming into superstardom here. Already a preseason All-American, second teamer. And it seems like it's a no-doubt first-team type of season as DiRoberto leads us to another victory. He's undefeated as a starting quarterback, 4-0 on the season. And like I said, the game from Blaze and Adam Murphy both had 14 and 13 carries respectively, over 60 yards each. This is the type of win that we want to have, just great balance. Storm had 2 touchdowns. Maurice highlights Jackson had 7 catches in the slot. And then Beck and Blaze and Coretta, all 3 seniors, had a touchdown in this one. On defense, well, Jonathan Simmons finally had a big game. He led our team in tackles with 5 solo, 2 for loss. He had a good game, and I'm just waiting for everybody to have a good game. I want just one big defensive dominant performance. It could come next week as we do go up against Rutgers, so that one might be an easier one. And then we play Marquette after that. But this game was all about time of possession. You see, we dominated them 25 to 6 minutes. So we do get some good news after that game. Ali Myers does commit to our school, so we will have a future at cornerback there. And then just looking at our conference, we are number 1 in the Legends division. But look at Iowa. They collapsed here to start the first half of the season. They are the defending national champs. Just remember that. And now they have lost 2 of their first 5 games. So they dropped to 3-2 on the season. I did not see this coming at all. But on the other side of the conference, Ohio State and Penn State are both undefeated. So we're one of 3 undefeated teams in our conference. But look at Marquette. They have started horribly, 0-4 to start out the year. Wow, did not see that coming at all. I knew they wouldn't be good, but I thought they would be better than Rutgers at least, but it seems like they are not having the start that they look for. So that will do it here in this episode. Next episode, we'll go up against Rutgers and maybe even have a doubleheader with Marquette thrown in there as well, because they are our next game after the Rutgers. And then we go Navy and Iowa, 2 run-heavy teams. So it's going to be tough our next few games. So hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I've been working hard for a minute. The ones who don't deserve it seem to be the ones that get it. The ones who speak the truth never get the recognition, but the ones that act foolish seem to get all the attention. It don't matter though. Yeah. Hey, it don't even matter though. Nope. Hey, it don't even matter.